Welcome back.
Thank you.
So they're here today for Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras. Woo! Okay. All right, well, we have a full crowd in here, and I hope you're listening on the live stream, so enjoy. Here we go.
Hit it. Historic scene. I'll take you, parade you down on Bourbon Street. We'll hit all the hot spots, you'll meet all the big shots down on Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street Parade. Maybe I'll learn how to work the microphone here now. So, we're on our way to New Orleans today. We started with the new second line, and that's a typical Mardi Gras parade song. Bourbon Street Parade, a good example of how early marching bands influenced the New Orleans jazz scene. So it's become a Dixieland classic and a New Orleans jazz standard. But now we're going to go down. We've had our pancakes here on Shrove Tuesday, known as Mardi Gras. We'll go down and have a beignet down at the French Market and Café du Monde. Let's go to Basin Street. 1928, recorded. The verse section with the lyrics, Won't You Come Along With Me, was only added later by Glenn Miller and Jack Teagarden. Oh, won't you come along with me along the Mississippi? We'll take a boat to the land of dreams. Stay down the river, down to New Orleans. A band there to meet us, old friends to greet us. You'll see the place where the folks all meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street. Oh, Basin Street is the street where all good friends always meet. New Orleans, land of dreams. You'll never know how much it seems or how so much it really means. Glad to be, oh yes sir, there are welcome streets, welcome me. Here I cruise, my Basin Street blues. won't you come along with me? Along the Mississippi, we'll take a boat to the land of dreams. Stay down the river down to New Orleans. A band's there to meet us, old friends to greet us. You'll see the place where all folks meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street. Here's a tune from 1929, Fats Waller. It's listed, and one thing I saw was number 15 out of the top 1,000 jazz standards, inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999. You're going to recognize it. Honeysuckle Rose. Now we're going to play a tune called Royal Garden Blues from 1919. First made popular by the original Dixieland Jazz Band with the cornet player Nick LaRocca. It's named for the Royal Garden Dance Hall in Chicago. King Oliver's Creole Jazz Band performed there and was a frequent hangout of another good player you'll recognize, Vic Beiderbecke. Royal Garden Blues. One, two, one. Now we're going to do a tune from the 1920s. It's about a missing person. We know not too much about her, but she does have blue eyes and she's 62 inches tall. Turn up nose, turn down hose, flapper, yes sir, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with furs, diamond rings, all those things. Your life, it isn't her. Could she love? Could she move? Could she groove? Has anybody seen my gal? Thank you, Mark. In 1928, there was a Broadway comedy musical called Hold Everything. But it had a, you probably never heard of it, I never had. It had a very popular song, and it remains popular in recent times, even in a recent, not so recent, 1974 movie, The Great Gatsby. It's called You're the Cream in My Coffee. You're the cream in my coffee, you're the salt in my stew. You lost that. Okay. One, two, one, two. William Christopher Handy. We probably more know him as W.C. Handy, known as the father of the blues. Well, he wrote a popular tune in 1912, and it was called The Memphis Blues. It became a big hit, but it was not profitable for Handy because some unscrupulous publishers had tricked him into selling his copyright for only $50. But he later got the better of them. With respect to all tunes written before 1920, no tune has enjoyed more recordings by jazz artists than St. Louis Blues, written in 1914. Now, listen for the distinctive tango rhythm that introduces the low-down blues chorus. Well, that took us to St. Louis. But do you know what it means to miss New Orleans?
That's good. That's what we do.
I have to find my note. Do you know what it means to miss miss New Orleans and miss it each night and day. Well, I know I'm not wrong. This feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay away. Mr. Moss-covered vines, doors tossing the pines, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see that old lazy Mississippi hurrying into spring. A Creole tune that fills the air. I dream about magnolias bloom, and I wish that I was there, yes. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? Well, that's where you left your heart. And there's one thing more, I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans.
That's Philip doing his best impersonation of Louis Armstrong, perhaps? Oh, was that Frank Sinatra? I didn't recognize that. All right. Well, we're back in New Orleans, and in New Orleans they have a strong tradition about funerals. And what they do is, in some parts, they'll have the service in the church, and they'll then walk after the service to the gravesite, where they release the spirit, and then they parade home. And that's a happy time. It's what we call the second line when they parade back. So we're going to give you a rendition of Treatment After a Funeral, and Don's going to lead us out of the church. And we're on our way to the gravesite. And then when you know and release the spirit, you're going to know it. Just a closer walk with thee. (1922). Recorded numerous times right into the 21st century, Freddie Cannon's version of the next tune became the first record in the rock era to have a full brass section. The song was even performed by Harry Connick Jr. in September 2005 for a fundraiser for the Katrina victims. And the title's in the first lyric. You'll hear it. Let's all play it first. One, two. Way down yonder in New Orleans, in the land of the dreaming seas, there's a garden of Eden. That's what I mean. Creole babes with flashing eyes, soft and whisper with tender sighs. Stop, you want to give your lady fair a little smile. Stop, you bet your life you've been good there a little while. And they got heaven here on earth, they're living with Jesus, way down yonder in New Orleans. Joy. From 1930, Memories of You, introduced in the Broadway show Lou Leslie's Blackbirds of 1930. Apparently there were a lot of recordings that were Lou Leslie's Blackbirds of some particular year. A lot of hit tunes of that year. Well, it's about memories. It was played for the last version of Johnny Carson's Tonight Show, and over a bunch of clips of people who he had interviewed. And it was also the last song on the final album that Frank Sinatra recorded for Capitol Records in 1962. But this one's from 1930. A very sweet tune. And now we're going to play one that nearly the same.
Check. This song is over 100 years old. It goes back to the World War I era. When I first heard it, well, the name of it is Roses of Picardy. When I first heard it, I thought, Picardy must be some kind of a rose. Well, eventually I found out that that's not right. Picardy is a northern region in France. And this song was written about the time of World War I, and it was very popular at that time in the United States and England. And it has a rather charming melody. We hope it does this time. It was used in England during and after the war to help therapeutically with soldiers who were suffering from shock, what we call today PTSD. But anyway, we hope you enjoy Roses of Picardy. Roses of Picardy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roses are shining in Picardy, in the hush of the silvery dew. And roses are flowering in Picardy, but there's never a rose like you. And the flowers may die in the summertime, and our roads may be far, far apart. But that one rose that dies not in Picardy is the rose that I keep in my heart. And the flowers may die in the summertime, and our roads may be far, far apart. But that one rose that dies not in Picardy is the rose that I keep in my heart.
Now we're to 1929. We got Fats Waller again. In the Hudson Theater on Broadway in June of 1929, there was a musical named Hot Chocolates, where Louis Armstrong became the orchestra director. Louis is from New Orleans, of course. But the script required Armstrong to play Ain't Misbehavin' in a trumpet solo as a reprise of the opening song. Well, Armstrong's performance was so well received that he was asked to climb out of the orchestra pit and play the piece on stage. Armstrong loved it. He thought the Ain't Misbehavin' was great. He loved woodshedding it in his yard until he could play it all around. He said he cherished it because of one of those songs you could cut loose and swing with. Well, we're going to try to do just that. One, two, very popular song due to the optimistic and cheerful message of its lyrics. One of the earliest recordings is by our good friend Louis Armstrong in 1929, but since then it's been recorded and performed by numerous others. Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Doris Day, Dean Martin, Andy Williams, Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, Nat King Cole. Did I leave anybody out? Hundreds. Those are just a few. It's all over the place. Oh yeah, Mark has recorded it to you, I see. We're talking about your recording of when to sing, of when you're smiling. We're going to play When You're Smiling, The Whole World Smiles With You. I think you probably all know the words. Hum along to yourselves. Sing it softly to yourselves if you like. We're going to play it, and then we're going to sing a bit, and then we're going to play it to finish it off. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. it's said that you can't have a concert at this time without playing one song in particular, and I'm going to let you figure out what that is. We are walking in the footsteps of those who've gone before, and I want to be in the number when we reach the distant shore. Open the space. All right, here we go. Let's do a little more. George, give us the lead in bars. going to start at the beginning, you're going to start at the end. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, That's Reggie on the washboard, and sometimes he plays the egg. Give us a rattle there. Mark's on all the drums there. He's got a whole set. And Dino's on the trumpet, and sometimes he plays the flugelhorn. Flugelhorn's got a little more mellow tone, perhaps. Don's on clarinet. Philip's doing the slide trombone. George is on the piano here. And I've got the tuba. Georgie, do you have time for one more?
We have time for one more?
Okay. Well, I'm going to say something about Bill Bailey just while I rest for a minute, because I need it. In 1902, Huey Cannon wrote that song in 1902 when he was working as a bar pianist at Conrad Dietrich's Saloon in Jackson, Michigan. Willard Bill Bailey was a regular customer and a friend. So this is how the story goes. One night, he told Cannon about his marriage to Sarah. And Hugh Cannon was inspired to rattle off a nice ditty about Bailey's irregular hours. So Bailey thought the song was a scream, he loved it a lot, and he brought home a dashed off copy of the song to show to Sarah. Well, Sarah couldn't see the humor, but she accepted it without comment. The picture it drew of her as a wife. Hannon sold all the rights to a New York publisher and died from cirrhosis at age only 35. Willard and Sarah Bailey, later divorced. He died in 1954, but she lived another 22 years and died at age 102. And I'll just kind of go over the words for a moment. It says, "Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home?" She moans the whole day long. "I'll do the cooking, darling. I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I threw you out with nothing but a fine-tooth comb? I know I'm to blame. Well, ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home?" Isn't that sweet? All right. I got some notes here about it. One more thing, and I lost the part here. 1917, the original Dixieland Jazz Band recorded a standard, recorded and copyrighted in 1917, one of the most widely recorded jazz compositions. Tiger Rag. Hold that tiger. One, two, oh, 1, 2. The tiger ran into a few elephants there on the way, perhaps.
Are y'all all done? Y'all have played so well. Thank you so much for playing so many wonderful tunes and so well together. Thank you. And thanks for all the parade goers. Yeah, that was amazing. So let's give them one more. Let's give Trad Jazz one more round of applause. Give them an applause. Good work. That was amazing. You made our Mardi Gras. Thank Oh, we also have flowers for everyone in the room. We have cupcakes. So please see Allison in the back. She has flowers for you. And then there's cupcakes over there on the table. So I really appreciate y'all all coming. Thanks.